Hi, hello. I am trying to record different clips probably throughout several different days where I am kind of doing like a Q&A, but also while doing other things because I don't really have time to just sit and talk to the camera. Do you need help? You need help? Say help me. Help. Very good. And this is going to be a test clip to see if the audio is even good out here because it's pretty windy today. So why are you under the chair? We're outside because it is a nice day. It's not too hot. And my toddler is full out toddling. And, sleep. She's sleep per usual. Just made it back from our walk. Miss Baby, of course, stayed asleep the whole time in her baby carrier where I was baby wearing her. And I drove Miss, what do I call you? You used to be Miss Baby. You're not Miss Baby anymore. You're Miss Big Girl. You're Miss Diva. Are you Miss Diva? Do you like being a diva? I don't know. Because I don't want to say their names. I'm very, very, very private about their names and their identity and all that good stuff, except for the fact that I'm their mom. I'm on the internet. You cannot have Milkies. Just wait. No Milkies. No Milkies. Everyone's had a little bit to eat now. Had some water. And what was I saying? I was saying that I had an Amazon package, which was just a baby oral care brush for the little one. And at first I thought it had been stolen from off of our front porch. But then when I actually looked, I realized that is not our front or back door, which in the delivery driver's defense, it was dark when they did it and we don't have numbers on our house. So hopefully I can get a refund or replacement for that, but that is annoying. Hey, so it is Saturday, February 21st. We're still not moved into the house yet, but I do have my car back. It's a little messy, so I'm going to clean it out. My father-in-law was finally able to get it fixed. He finally had time to figure out what was wrong with it, and it was some sensor that was corroded, so he got that replaced after fleshing out the engine twice. Hi, hello. I am back for another birth with me and my baby. She's not a newborn anymore. She's a month old. We just got done at a doctor's appointment for her to follow up for the thrush on her mouth. The nice statin didn't work, so now we're going to try diflucan, and if that doesn't work, then she's going to recommend us to a dermatologist. Also, my big girl, she picked up a stomach bug, so she is actually doing much better. She wasn't really eating the other day, and then she started throwing up. She threw up 3 times over the course of 24 hours, but she was still playing and doing all that, so I wasn't sure that she was sick until the throwing up happened. But she's doing better as well. She didn't throw up at all yesterday, and she hasn't thrown up today, and she's eating much better. I also had my 6-week postpartum follow-up the other day. Everything's fine. We're good to go. Whatever. And we finally also transferred the water over to our name for our house. And we have flooring put down in the primary bedroom. My husband actually picked that out. He went to the store and FaceTimed me a couple of different options. And I'm like, I like this and that one. And he picked the one that we went with, and it looks really good, and he did an excellent job. What else? She's about to start fussing, so I'm gonna go ahead and put her in the chest carrier, and we're gonna go in here, and I'm going to go and do that. Yeah. Okay, I've actually made it back to my mom's house. Been here for a little bit, and I just want to real quick show you what I got at the thrift store. I didn't really want to record in there, so I didn't, but yeah. Alright, so I have been on the hunt for a picnic basket, and they had this one, which was pretty much perfect. This nice big $20. Has these little things here, so you can lock it and just open it up. And it's got the label there, Got this little gingham spot to put your utensils. And this is Velcro. And I'll show the inside. Take the stuff out. It had some stuff in here already. And it has a stain there, which I'll either take this out or clean it some type of way. But this comes from their store, so and I think she gets them from like estate sales and whatnot, so I'll probably throw that away because that's a little creepy. And then I got this, just this little influencers say little all the time, and I'm trying to not do that, but just this 2-piece glass dish, which when I take my rings off, you know, do dishes or cooking, whatever, I'll set them in here. And I found this vintage Y2K Coach bag, which I'm pretty sure is authentic. It has a stamp there, and it has a tag there, and it's a little, the hardware is a little messed up. It's a little scratched. It's a little dirty. It's got that. It just looks a little dingy. There's a couple of marks on the inside. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or resell it. Like, I might keep it, carry it for a little bit, even though this isn't really my style, just for like the trends. And pass it on to my daughter. Hi, hello. It is Thursday, and we're still not moved in. Yesterday was church, but we didn't go because my husband is sick. The toddler got him sick. She has a stomach bug that she's getting over, and he seems to have caught it from her. Somehow I don't have it, even though, you know, I'm the primary parent. And I don't think that the baby has it, but she's a month old, so I don't know how I would be able to tell if her, you know, spitting up or loose diapers were different than usual. But she seems to be doing good. We had her appointment the other day, which was a follow-up for the thrush in her mouth, and they gave us a different prescription because it's still there. She has gained weight. She is 9 pounds 6 ounces now, so that's really cool. But we're at the bank because my husband needs to get the money to pay the cleaners who cleaned up the apartment after we moved out. And then I think we're stopping at Lowe's because we need to get a light fixture for our bedroom. I think I mentioned that before, that there is no, like, there's a fan and it has a light, but we think that it had a remote and we don't have the remote, so we don't have lights. And I probably haven't included a clip of it, maybe a brief one, where they put the tile down in our primary bedroom, and I mopped it the other day, but I didn't clear out the water frequently enough, so it's still dirty, so we're gonna need to go over it again. My husband's been working from home the past couple of days because he was sick, and yesterday because Wednesday is one of the days that he decided he would work from home. Also, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but my drink has sparkles in it. Like, there's glitter in it. We stopped at Brew Y'all on the way here, which is a coffee shop that is basically a retrofitted storage container or trucking container, some shipping container, some type of container that they turned into a coffee shop. It's super cute. It's just a little drive-through, and I got the pink velvet latte with oat milk, which apparently they put glitter on top of it, which is super cute. How has postpartum been this time around versus the first time around? The first time around was really, really difficult because my first pregnancy, the entire pregnancy was really, really difficult. I had hyperemesis gravidarum. I was in the hospital 3 times within the first 30 days. I had to stay on medication for the entire pregnancy so that I would not throw up, and sometimes I still did throw up. Like, I remember one time in the 3rd trimester, my friend brought edamame and bulgogi, which I love, and it was so good, but I forgot to take my medicine before I started eating it, and I threw all of that up. It was very forceful. And the medicine also gave me a lot of brain fog, and it also, I don't know, I don't know what gave me brain fog, but I had brain fog, I had insomnia, I had trouble focusing. I couldn't remember anything. And I know they say pregnancy brain or like mom brain, but this felt very, very severe. And then I was Pitocin induced. I was stressed during the labor, stressed prior to the labor. The baby was possibly in distress and at risk. So my postpartum immediately after and for weeks and months afterward was very, very difficult. And also because it was my first baby. So I'm not new to babies or kids, but being the primary parent and breastfeeding, oh my goodness, breastfeeding was so hard with her. It was so painful. I had to go to the consultants at the hospital several times. I had to go to a independent lactation consultant. It was really hard. It was really, really, really hard.
Let's rock and roll.
That splatter on the wall is when I was pregnant with my first daughter in the 3rd trimester, and I literally projectile vomited. Hi, hello. It's the next day, Friday, and we're doing school pickup for the niece. I think the last thing I was talking about was my postpartum experience with my first daughter and how absolutely awful that was. This time it has been much better. My daughter was born in October, so fall, winter, not a lot of opportunity to go outside and be in the sun and all that. So I feel like that was also a factor, but this second pregnancy, this second baby, this second postpartum, completely different experience. Like, I never actually really got sick with her. I didn't really have like morning sickness. I might have had a couple of incidents of morning sickness, but it was nothing like the first time, and I kept waiting for it to happen and it never happened. So that was awesome for me. And then the labor itself was uneventful. Like, I had so many pains and so much insomnia with my first pregnancy that I never got with this pregnancy at all. It was just so weird. I kept expecting and waiting for the terrible things to happen, but they never happened. Like I said before, we've been staying with my brother. We're still staying with my brother. We're still trying to get into our house. Moving is really hard, but I've been able to go outside. It's been sunny a lot of days. It's January. I've had a lot more support. There have been people at the house. My husband still didn't get like 6 weeks or a lot of time off for the baby, because that's just not the way that his company is set up. I think he was off for 6 days. The baby was born on a Thursday and he went back to work on a Wednesday. But my brother would be there in the mornings, and I would have a lot of help, or more help than I did the first time. And because it was all at one level, and because my brother has a playroom, he has kids, so my daughter was able to play. I was able to rest more. Both my babies are really good at sleeping. Like, the little baby, she's basically a koala princess. I don't remember where I stopped. But yeah, this postpartum has been much, much better. I still do not like being pregnant. I do not like postpartum. I really don't want to do this again. With that though, the baby's about a month old, right? And my period came back. I had my 6 weeks appointment, and then the next day my period came back. That's not fair. I'm breastfeeding like it's my full-time job, both girls. Especially the big one has been back on more because she's been sick, so she hasn't been eating. So she's been on. I don't understand because like I know it can still come back for women who are breastfeeding, but the last time it came back like 3 months, and this is like 7 weeks. And that's just not fair. That's just not fair. Do we plan on having more kids is a very interesting question because I did not plan on having any kids. I did not plan on getting married. But here I am, 2 years and 2 kids. And I don't know, because 3 kids is crazy. Not just in this economy, but like ever at all, period. That's crazy. Like I would be completely outnumbered. I'm already outnumbered most of the time throughout the day because, it's 2 against me. And then 3. Oh my goodness. But we have 2 girls, and I don't know. I don't really want to be pregnant again. I do not want to go through labor again. The next time that I feel like maybe 5 years, once the trauma has abated, and I feel like I have a better grasp of like motherhood and being a wife. Like I'm pretty sure this is such a stressful question for me. I'm pretty sure that I have been pregnant longer than I've been married. So, like if we add up all the months and whatnot, I'm pretty sure. And I would like for me being not pregnant and married to be a longer period than me being pregnant. I'm sure that makes sense. But right now, no plans for more kids on my part. My husband, totally different story. Totally different story. But, his role and my role are different. So, yeah. I drove 3 houses down to my house because I was feeling lazy so I could grab a couple of things. I left the baby's chest carrier thing. I don't know what you call those. We say chest carrier, but I'm pretty sure that's not what it's called. The baby wearing device. And this thing so I can put her in the tub and bathe her, like the little seat thing, the holes and whatnot. Because it's warm today, so I'm going to, after she wakes up from nap, they're both napping, I'll probably try to give her a bath at some point this evening. My mom called to see if she could come over to help with the house. Like I said, we have flooring, but the floor is still dirty. I went over it with the mop and stuff, but it's still dirty. So it needs to be cleaned again. Like the workers' footprints, the guy's footprints are still showing, and it looks really, really bad. So hopefully I didn't ruin it by mopping over it the wrong way or something. And then there's still the nail tags that needs to be gotten up in the other rooms, like the great room and what will be the nursery. If we can get that done, then we can get moved in and not fully settled, but I can work on settling us throughout the day. Since I'll be there, I'll be able to be in the house throughout the day, and my toddler will have her playroom, and she can play in her playroom and kind of be contained in there. So hopefully we can get that done soon. But my husband got sick with the stomach virus, whatever, that my daughter had, so that delayed us some more. If you have been following along and you're like, this husband seems to get sick a lot, that is accurate. He does get sick frequently, a lot, often, way more than me. He had the flu, he has the stomach virus. He had an incident at the beginning of January when the baby was born. He had something else. Did he have something else, or was that the same? No, that was the same thing. That was the same thing. He gets sick a lot. I'm concerned. I am not sure. I'm not sure how much I've recorded at this point. I feel like at this point it's probably been a good lengthy bit of vlog. So if this is enough, I'm going to edit it up till here and see, and if I feel like it's a good length, I'm going to go ahead and close out the vlog here. So I'm going to go ahead and say thank you so much for watching. If you have any other questions about anything postpartum, pregnancy, whatever, leave them down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and follow on for more. Thank you, and have the best day. Bye.